Welcome to this talk show on how to make enterprise content management simple with GenAI, presented by Newgen, a leading provider of digital process automation, content services, and customer communication platform. Do you have to move mountains to get simple content related tasks such as archival, data extraction, or generation of document summary? Well, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Today we have with us Sumit Bhatnagar, Consulting and Solutions Head at Newgen Software, and Rahul Malhotra, Senior Product Manager, Newgen Software, industry veterans who can help us figure out how GenAI can be used to overcome day to day ECM challenges. I'm Archa Kapoor and I shall be your host for this discussion today. So, my first question is directed to Sumit. Hi, Sumit.
Hi, hi, Alcha. Pleasure to be here.
What is GenAI and all the hype around it? Does it have any impact on the enterprise environment or is it limited to individuals?
So, Alcha, Gen AI, if we just go by the simple definition, it's a short form of general artificial intelligence. Now, it is akin to what was the introduction of internet in 90s. It has led to the democratization of AI. Now, complex AI tools which were predominantly in the hands of technical folks have become more user friendly, allowing non-technical professionals to leverage this power of Gen AI for tasks like content creation, data analysis, and design. Now, the hype around Gen AI in the enterprise environment stems from its ability to enhance the decision-making process, automate routine tasks, and improve overall operational efficiency. It and I feel it has led to tremendous impacts in the enterprise environment. Typically, I'll put across in four different buckets. The first is on the become a shadow for productivity. Uh, AI assistant have become a more commonplace, alongside working alongside the employees to improve the efficiency. Now, things like automated data entry, report generation, communication generation, automated conversations have led to freeing up the human time for any high level tasks or strategic thinking. Second, as I mentioned, just as continuation of that is the enhanced decision making. So combining Gen AI with traditional analytics will then uncover the hidden patterns and provide deeper insights. Things like risk assessments, financial forecasting, and optimizing resource allocation, etc. And third, the impact will be on the data itself. Things like responsible AI development. We have seen what Gemini AI issues were there just a while back. So there are ethical considerations to be taken up. Now, enterprise need to have concerns regarding the data biasness, transparency, data privacy itself to build trust and uh, to ensure sustainable adoption of Gen AI. And finally, it is about continuous learning and evolution. Gen AI is still evolving. There are still new models are getting developed based on the stream of data which is coming in, and the corresponding user needs are getting changed over a period of time. So it compels from the enterprise perspective to upskill, reskill their workforce, and with that help define agile workflows rather to stay ahead of the curve.
Right. Sumit, you are absolutely right. And that's why precisely we have launched NewgenONE Marvin to help enterprises to make most of the generative AI in this time.
Now that you mentioned Rahul, why Marvin? What is the story behind this name?
Okay. So the name Marvin, it carries a rich and an interesting significance. So the name in itself embodies a sense of strength and stability. So like as hills are often the symbol of endurance and resilience. And choosing the name Marvin for our Gen AI powered enhancement, it gives the sense of blend of reliability and a touch of creative flair. So it's just not a name, it's a symbol of dependability in the ever evolving landscape of technology. So by that, I mean that it is your AI companion, which is not just powerful, but it is also a trusted partner in your digital transformation journey.
Okay, so how different it is with GenAI and ECM, considering content usually follows a strictly defined path or workflow in a given enterprise? What efficiency improvements can organizations expect by incorporating GenAI in ECM?
Okay, so we know we see that GenAI and ECM, they both complement each other. So we can have the combined structured workflows of ECMs. Now with generative AI, it would be more of an intelligence and adaptability that it will bring to the table. While ECM traditionally it manages the content through the predefined processes. With GenAI, it introduces dynamic adaptability and intelligence into the ever-growing size of the content repositories that are there within enterprises. And with that said, organization can expect various efficiencies and improvements in different areas. So one would be the automated content classification. So Gen AI can help enterprises intelligently categorize and tag content. So thereby it will reduce the manual effort and improve accuracy with the system. Enterprises can also expect an intelligent search because now the search capability would further be enhanced using the natural language based queries that they can run on the content that is available in their repository. And to make quick decisions, it can also help enterprises to summarize the content in a very quick manner. So your lengthy contract documents can be summarized within no time frame. And it will also help enterprises to have the autofill of content metadata. Since we know that once a content is being added, how the metadata is linked to that particular content, it plays a very significant role. So with Gen AI, it reduces the chances of data entry errors and the oversight errors that may come in. And another thing that enterprises can expect is that they can go for the document version comparisons. So if you have multiple versions of document into your repository, so you can quickly compare two versions of documents, and then you can take decision based on the output. So it can bring a lot of efficiencies for an organization that is there in place. They can use generative AI to bring those efficiencies into the system.
Okay, thanks, Rahul. So, Sumit, can you provide some real world examples based on your experience of working with the CIOs from the large enterprises?
Yeah, Acha. So based on my previous conversation with a lot of CDOs, CXOs, there are a lot of use cases which are for real world examples, and they are asking us how we can help them improve their productivity for the operational efficiency. I'll just name, three or four in this conversation. The first one predominantly will be the document classification and extraction. Now, take for example in banks, they have vast amount of documents which they get from their customers like loan application, various OVDs, KYC documents, customer statements. So Gen AI combined with ECM can automatically classify and extract the relevant information from the documents, reducing the manual data entry, and also thereby improving the accuracy and speeds up the processing. Second scenario which we have discussed a lot is on the automated compliance checks. Again, take for example any contract is there in or any document per se, and the Gen AI algorithms can automatically scan, check the document for compliance, any kind of penalty clauses might be there in that contract, and flag that discrepancy or any potential issues henceforth that may come up with. So that helps any kind of, say for example, regulatory requirements are to be met or not, right? So that's number two. Number three is which is on customer query resolution. You have Gen AI powered chatbots which analyze, respond to your customer queries, providing instant and accurate information. So this actually enhances the customer service, response time, uh, etc. Fourth, which is coming in big way and typically more in the insurance organizations, is in their communication with the customers across the entire customer journey. Say, for example, renewal policy, marketing promotions, account updates, personalized offers. Gen AI can analyze the customer data, their preference, and enable the generation of personalized and targeted communication for their preferred mode of channel, basically. And this actually helps in better customer engagement and satisfaction. Uh, and one last piece is on the predictive analytics for financial trends. So where Gen AI algos can be used for analyzing market data, providing insights into potential financial trends which need to be unearthed, and provide risk management eventually. And for a decision maker, uh, I, as a decision maker, can make an informed and a strategic choices. So that's some of the use cases which we have encountered with our customers during our discussions of late.
Okay, thanks, Sumit. So, Rahul, do you think that Gen AI brings any governance and security challenges, especially for regulated industries where secure records management is crucial?
Yeah, absolutely, Archit. So, as we know that Gen AI, it brings efficiency to the system, but it also brings challenges related to the data governance and security, especially when we are talking about the regulated industries, right? So there are proper protocols and encryption measures that must be in place to ensure compliance with the industry standards. Now, mostly we know that the Gen AI model works on the cloud, and the standard security policies that are related to the cloud that are already in place. And furthermore, the content that is going out to these cloud models or the generative AI models, these are secured through secured API endpoints. And further, if you want, you can mark your API endpoint as private. So the content that is going out to these models, it is not further used to train the general models, right? So the content is yours. It is being used to train your model only. It is not used for training the general models. And in case still organization or an enterprise think that they want to keep the data on premise and it should not go out. So further, what do is we can utilize Llama 2 model by Meta that runs on premise. And in this case, the data stays in on the premise only. So the Llama 2 model runs on premise and it can help you out getting those efficiency from the generative AI engine. So it's rightly said that it will bring more power to manage the content for the regulatory industries as well, because it will help in smart categorization of the content, and it will also give you the error-free metadata attachment. So once you are performing a search or you want to quickly retrieve your data for the security or compliance perspective, it would be fetched out in a right manner because we have the error-free metadata attachment, which was powered by generative AI.
Okay. So, what if there are existing ECM platforms? Can Gen AI be integrated with them?
Yes, absolutely. So we know that a lot of enterprises nowadays already have some existing ECM system in place. So GenAI can effectively be integrated with the existing ECM platform. So this will call out for more of a strategic approach for augmenting the enterprise content management capabilities, and the integration of GenAI with well-established ECM system. It offers the organization the opportunity to further enhance their content management capabilities to bring out those efficiencies to leverage the power of artificial intelligence in place. And then you can automate your existing content related workflows also through generative AI. And with that said, most of the generative AI solutions that are available in the market, they are designed with the flexibility in mind, and they typically offer those APIs for seamless integration with various applications. So with that said, you know that this will enable the enterprises to have a smooth and standardized connection between their existing ECM repositories and the generative AI systems.
Okay. So my next question is for you, Sumit. What's your checklist that you would recommend to CIOs looking to invest in Gen AI?
All right. So it's an important question. In fact, how to go about it. Once you have decided on a Gen AI capability to integrate with your enterprise objectives. So there's a 9-point program which we typically or a template which we share with our customers. So first is define a clear business objective. So it has to be very straightforward. So for example, a lot of people talk about, say, goals like we need to be more innovative. It has to be more tangible, like defining whether what kind of personalized marketing you need to do, what kind of content creation you need to do. Specific business objectives need to be found. Second, uh, again, very important is your finally it is the data and the infrastructure on which you need to work on. So the data is of high quality or not. Typically, if you talk about any data scientist, 80% of their work is just spent on cleaning up the data. So data has to be clean. That is utmost important. It needs to be relevant to your business use case. It is to have diverse data sets as well, so that for your training and performance, so that in future any kind of new type of data comes in, so your system is able to take care of that. uh, and then within the data, it's the infrastructure, so it does require a lot of computing power, so that the infrastructure management needs to be done, along with that technical expertise to manage that. Third is on the security and privacy measures. uh, Needless to say, with a lot of customer related data needs to be there for analyzing. So some data residency issues are there, so you need to identify them and mitigate that if it has to be. Fourth, once you've decided on this, identify a vendor for your potential GenAI vendors, which are based on the specific domain in which you are working. So there might be product orientation might be there, but domain is something very difficult to get, and the technologies they offer. So consider factors such as ability to customize the solution to your specific needs. That's very critical. Uh, then it is on actually identifying those exact use cases and the folks internally who will be your champions to work alongside with you to make those changes for enhancing the customer experiences, etc. Next six is on upskilling. Definitely your workforce who will be working on Gen AI tools for and user acceptance is crucial for the successful implementation. Seventh, again, important point is to start small and iterate. So suggest to have a small project or a POC and test the feasibility and find the ROI of that. And based on certain user feedback, refine your approach and then probably scale up gradually. Uh, Once that has been done, then point eight is more in terms of evaluating cost, ROI, and their ongoing maintenance and expenses. And then finally, measure and track success in terms of both in terms of investments you have made, in terms of the higher efficiency gains which you want to gain, say for example on the higher customer engagement you want to have, or improving the product quality, engagement cycles, tracking these progress regularly. And as I mentioned in my initial part, it is still an evolving technology, and you need to adapt your strategy based on the changes which are happening in the market. So have that vendor, again coming back to it, the vendor needs to be adaptable enough for you to make those changes fast as the changes are happening within the industry, within the technology, and within the regulatory environment in which you're working, right? So that's my point finally on that, Archa.
Okay. Thanks, Sumit and Rahul, for helping us navigate the application area of GenAI in ECM. It was indeed an insightful session. I look forward to host you again with more questions that we will receive from our audience. Thanks.
Yeah. All right, pleasure.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
so
much,
much,
Archa.
Arjun.
Thank you.